How to solve a Kakuro puzzle. Welcome to Gotcha Puzzles, where we train the brain because smart looks good on everyone. If this is your first time solving a Kakuro puzzle, you're in the right place. You can play these puzzles on kakuros.com. Kakuro puzzles are similar to crossword puzzles, but instead of letters, the board is filled with digits from 1 to 9. The board squares need to be filled in with these digits in order to sum up the specific number. You are not allowed to use the same digit more than once to obtain a given sum. Each Kakuro puzzle has a unique solution, so let's solve this one together. Let's start with the smallest number. There we have 3 cells we need to use to solve the puzzle, and as you can see there's only one formula to solve it, and no repeats. So we need to figure out to solve 6, where 1, 2 and 3 will go in which cell. Next we have 13, and as you can see 13 has multiple ways to solve it. 23 has only one formula. 20 has 5 formulas, it looks like. 12 has also multiple, I think it's 7. And 10 has a little less, I think about 4 different ways we can solve it. So the best place to start is with the ones that has only one formula, because you know exactly which digits to use. The only thing we need to do is figure out in what order it needs to go. First we'll look at what numbers correspond with each other through the cells. So with 23 it's only 6, 8 and 9. So let's look at 10 and see what sums they have that correspond with the same numbers. In this case it looks like we have 6 that corresponds with it, and then that means if we have 6 then the rest of the sum will be 3 and 1 for 10. And for 23 that leaves 8 and 9. So all we need to do is figure out in which order. So let's maybe look at some of the other cells to see which ones we can cross out. 10 has 3 and 1 left over, and to make up 6 there's also a 1 and a 3 in that sum. So the corner digit that they correspond with, where they connect, will either be a 1 or a 3. Also looking at all the other numbers to keep in mind what sums they have and what options you have. Since we have to solve 20 in this row, that's going to be very large numbers, and under 6 we'll have to use a smaller digit, so all the big numbers will be under 23 and under 13. So that tells me that the bottom cells where 10 is, the lower numbers will be that side and the higher numbers will be in the row of 20. Also, since we still need an 8 and a 9, that means the sum we need to use to solve 12 needs to have an 8 or a 9 and only have small digits left at the end. So in this regard, it'll be easy just to use pencil markings to make little small notes, but using this I'm thinking that the corner number is 1, and that leaves 3 for the last digit in the sum of 10. For the sum of 6 we still need 2 and 3, and the smallest number we have to solve 20 is 3. So that tells me that 3 will be in the last row by 6, and that'll leave 2 for the middle cell. Since we already established that the top row and the row underneath 23 is high digits, 9 and 8. So that leaves the only number that will correspond with 13 and 12 in the middle cell is 1. And that'll give us 9 at 12, 8 in the top corner, and 9 underneath 13. And there you go, we solved our first Kakuro puzzle. If you prefer playing these puzzles pen to paper, why don't you grab a copy of our puzzle book in Amazon, link is in description. Till next time, thank you for watching. Bye!